Welcome to the Lead with Impact podcast. This podcast was designed to celebrate and highlight the many ways that we lead with impact in Duncanville ISD. This podcast will highlight the many things that we're doing to create championship experiences every day for children in the City of Champions. Today, as my guest, I have Mr. Winston Minix. How you doing, Mr. Minix?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. I'd like to start off by Mr. Minix by giving you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you actually do in the district. You may want to share how long you've been in the district as well.
Absolutely. Again, my name is Winston Minix. I want to thank you, Dr. Gorey, for having me on the podcast. I'm excited for that. I'm currently the director of CTE, which is Career Technical Education, College Career Military Readiness, and also Innovation. I've been in Duncanville ISD now for a year and a few months, and I'm excited about all the things that we've made possible thus far.
Okay, and one thing is, Mr. Minix, you were actually one of the first hires that I made when I became superintendent of the district, and really excited about the work that you've done in CTE. But today I want to really highlight the work that you've done in innovation. And I do believe, when we think about our Lead with Impact definition and what the components of that definition are, of course, we talk about drive growth, we talk about value people, impacting, inspiring results, leading change. We talk about learner-centered, and of course, elevating excellence. And you've played a huge part in leading change through your innovation work. So I want you to just talk a little bit about what you're doing in innovation, and then talk about leading change. And I truly do believe your work has done that. But are there any other components of that definition that you think tie to your work in innovation?
Absolutely. Just to tell you a little bit about innovation, obviously innovation has been in a district for some time. The district actually had what was called My Future, My Choice prior.
Right.
And we decided to give it a facelift and was born Champion's Choice. And so we have a lot of different offerings across the district, everything from pre-K, from our Smith Early Learning, to our high school opportunities for students, which is our collegiate programs, our CTE programs, our PACE newcomer opportunities, and fine arts as opportunities in choice. When I think about our leadership definition, one of the key aspects that I truly connect with is valuing people. As a leader in the district, I just take it my responsibility to make sure I develop my team. And having a new department such as innovation add to CTE and CCMR in our district, there had to be a lot of development that was encountered in order for us to do a fantastic job around innovation in Duncanville.
Right, and I love that. Valuing people. I just say treat folks right, and they'll do their very best work for you. But when I think about innovation, and when I think about it certainly from the superintendent seat, if you are not willing to be innovative and creative, to create choice for families, you're going to be left behind. And I'm the leader who truly does believe that every child deserves a high quality education, and whether you choose to go to the neighborhood school that's closest to your house, which I believe in, I believe you deserve opportunities within that. But we in Duncanville we've taken that a step farther with our choice. And, we've created our choice schools, we've created our choice programs and our signature programs. Why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about those programs and what are those things that we're offering to families here in Duncanville?
Absolutely. So we have several different options in our district under our portfolio of choice. We have schools of choice. Currently, we have 2 schools of choice that will be coming online for the 2026-2027 school year. That is Central Fine Arts Academy. It's going to be a K through 5th, starting off of the 26-27 school year. And then we also have Smith Early Learning, which is going to be a pre-K 3 opportunities. Both of these campuses are going to be schools of choice, meaning there's no attendance zone. Right. We have to fill every seat in that building, and we anticipate all of the seats being filled, in those programs.
So those are choice schools.
Those are choice schools,
okay,
yes,
so
sir.
No attendance zone, choice schools. We will be recruiting within our district and also families outside of our district to come and fill those seats. Okay.
Absolutely. And so then we have our choice programs.
Okay.
We have 2 choice elementary programs. That's Acton Leadership Academy, also Hastings STEM, our elementary options. We have all 3 of our middle schools. Byrd is our health science program. We have business and technology at Reed, and then also we have STEAM at Kennemer. And then at the high school, we have the Collegiate Academy. We also have our fine arts options for students, our CTE options, as well as PACE newcomers. When it comes to our choice programs, these are attendance zone campuses, but they have seats that are open for our in-district students as well as students outside of our district.
Okay, very good. So those schools have attendance zones, so that means that there are students who will be zoned to those schools, but there are also a selective number of seats for students.
Absolutely.
And signature programs.
We have several elementary signature options for students. What we like to say about our signature options is that they are zoned campuses. They have opportunities for students to have a theme and a focus area, giving those students some options.
So when I talk about that student whose parent just decides, I'm going to go to the closest school to my house, these are programs that we've created so that those students also have a wonderful choice opportunity in their school.
Absolutely.
Right? So we got our choice schools, no attendance zone, and those will be schools where students can just choose those schools because they're interested in those schools. We then go to our choice programs, which are schools within a school. So there will be a select number of seats allocated for those programs for students outside of the attendance zone. And of course, last but not least, our signature programs, and those are just in all of our neighborhood schools, and those are just wonderful programs designed around those schools. I love it. Thank you. So let's talk about these new schools. So first off, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our taxpayers in Duncanville for passing a bond that has allowed us to take a couple of schools offline, to totally reinvent them, to totally renovate them and create these wonderful spaces for children. I want to start off with the new pre-K center. It's a 3-year-old pre-K center, and that will be located at Smith Early Learning Academy. I mean, everything's designed around the seasons. In fact, I encourage our listeners to go to our website and to go and look at those themes because they're designed around seasons. So children will be living life through seasons, and I've seen things like Duncanville, things that are in Duncanville kind of painted on walls, and just very creative space. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I do know that one of my big things, one of the big pushes of the district is around literacy and really ensuring that students are literate as soon as possible. I don't even like to say third grade, but as soon as possible. And I do see this as a wonderful opportunity for families to get their babies in school even earlier. So super excited about that. What about the Fine Arts Academy? Now, you mentioned K-5. Talk to me a little bit about that, because it's my understanding that this will be our first K-8 school eventually in the district.
Absolutely. So it's going to start off as a K-5 for the 26-27 school year when we make those selections are being made for students for the application. Then it's going to turn in each year. We're going to add a grade level to 8th grade to give our middle school students an opportunity to have that fine arts focus.
Okay. And one thing I'll say is that as I talk to people in the community, being the new superintendent coming in after the bond had been passed, one thing that everyone's excited about is that just that pipeline that leads to our wonderful Duncanville High School Fine Arts program. So really excited that we will have that pipeline created for our K-8 Fine Arts Academy.
Yes.
Now, I tell people all the time, if I'm ever throwing a party, call Winston, because he is a great planner of events. First off, compliments to you and your team.
Thank you.
On a very successful Discover Duncanville event last spring, and we just finished the event. What I want to do is just tell the listeners a little bit about the event that we just finished last Saturday, as well as what's to come in the spring.
Absolutely. So we had our first annual Discover Duncanville ISD event on Saturday, November the 1st. It was an opportunity. It's an opportunity for parents to come and test drive all the different programs that we offer throughout Duncanville ISD. It was extremely successful. We had about a little over 300 folks that came during that time from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. We had bouncy houses for kids to be able to just have a good time out there. We had our culinary students featured, and so folks had the opportunity to try all the different little sample tests that our culinary students were able to make for the event. But most importantly, it was an opportunity to kind of see all of the choice the programs, our choice schools, and our options for parents before they made the selection on November the 3rd on the application.
All right. So I want you to talk a little bit about the application, but also talk a little bit about what's to come this spring.
Absolutely. So our application was released a week ago on November the 3rd. It's open. We have a lot of great responses so far, families selecting and making options. What's new this year is that we added an opportunity for families to apply for the fine arts programs. And so there are a lot of high school fine arts programs that students can choose. And so that's added on the high school level. There are a lot of new CTE options. So JROTC is now a CTE option.
Okay.
And so families can choose that coming in as a ninth grader. We also have some great new CTE programs with our greenhouse operator, which will be available for incoming ninth graders. Our information technology is open to ninth graders in partnership with our own technology idea hub for students to have experiences with. And then we have also firefighter in partnership with the city of Duncanville. And we've been working very closely with them and some neighboring school districts and fire departments to make a fantastic opportunity for students that are interested in fire. And then we've also added 2 new P-Tech programs, which is Pathways Technology, early college high schools.
Okay.
We're going to focus on health science and then also education and training. And this is going to offer students a CTE option coupled with dual credit options to increase them to have an opportunity to get a level 1 certificate, leading to an associate's degree at Dallas College.
Very good. So, Des, you know what I'd say to families, not just in Duncanville, but in the area, that go check out that application. You said that's open on our website. So check out the application and get your application in so that you too can have an opportunity to take advantage of one of these great programs. You know, talk about the spring event. What's the date? What's the save the date for that?
It is March the 28th.
Yeah, and what I'll tell you is, before I let Mr. Minix talk about the event, is that more so than just highlighting our programs, it was just a great opportunity to bring together our community and our friends outside of our community to just celebrate the importance of education and the many opportunities that public education holds for students. But talk a little bit about your event and what we can look forward to.
Absolutely. And so it is a school shopping event, but it's more than just a school shopping event. As you said, Dr. Gorey, it's an opportunity for our community to come out and celebrate all the great things that is happening. There's performances. We have performance stages so our fine arts are putting on performance shows. Even our little students, our smaller grade level students are putting on some shows. It's an opportunity again for parents and families to come see all of the different options that we have as a district. There's fine arts, there's athletic opportunities for folks to learn about in all of our elementary and middle schools for people to come and see. It's a fun-filled, packed event. So we have anything from our petting zoo to bouncy houses and games for students and families to take part in. Obviously, there are food trucks there, but we are featuring our culinary program as well, so families can see what that is all about. But it's a very large event, and we're excited to host it in March the 28th.
Very good. And, one thing I'll say about you, Mr. Minix, first I just want to publicly say thank you, and we appreciate all the work that you've done in innovation. But, across the state, you're known as the GOAT of CTE. So I do want to give you an opportunity to just speak. We look at our leadership definition. One of the most important components, of course, is elevating excellence. What's an opportunity, and it can be innovation or CTE, what's an opportunity where you feel you've truly elevated excellence in Duncanville? That's
a great question. When I think about that, I think about just recently we had an opportunity to put on an 8th grade career expo for all of our 8th graders in the district.
Right.
And to give the 8th graders an opportunity to make an informed decision and create an environment and an experience for them to kind of see and touch and feel all of the things that they'll be able to get to experience when they go to 9th grade in the CTE program.
Right.
I would say that is probably when I think of elevating excellence, that's a great example of elevating excellence within our district and creating these opportunities for our in-district students.
Right. And I couldn't agree more with you. So what did we forget about innovation? I'm sorry. What else do you want to share with our audience about innovation?
I believe, when we talk about innovation, and you said it best, we want to create opportunities for all students. We have a phenomenal athletics program, and our students do great, but when you look at choice, we want to create an environment in Duncanville ISD where every student, every child is a champion. And I think we've done a great job of getting that started here in Duncanville ISD.
Very good. Well, thank you, Mr. Minix, for being my guest. And thank everyone for tuning in to our Super Impactful podcast. And this is the podcast where we celebrate those opportunities to lead with impact and celebrate those opportunities to create championship experiences in every classroom and opportunity for our children every day. Thank you for tuning in.